Morning YouTube. It's 9:30. Woke up about half hour ago. Just been laying here trying not to wake up. I like my sleep. The wind was howling last night. All the big trees were moving, it was that strong. The rain came down very heavy most of the night. But I stayed dry. Didn't blow away. And then I just opened up my sleeping bag, hung it over my feet and just draped it over me. So I'm not actually in it. Done that probably about 4 o'clock. When the fire went out. So I'd lost a little bit of heat from the fire, so I had to replace it with the sleeping bag. My hammock was alright. Just need a coffee now. And to wake up. There we go, there's the back of the basher. You can see the wind's blowing against it. I did pull out the middle a little bit. But it's quite windy at the moment. Now the mess in the front. All things considered, like in a hammock, well, I'm used to like a bed. I only woke up I think twice, and when I put the sleeping bag over me, it wasn't from being freezing. I could feel the cold, but with laying on the well, doubled over wool blanket and being in that fleece lighter bag, I think a branch has come down. I did hear a few branches coming down for the night. I think a big one came down. It also didn't be warm enough. I could have carried on sleeping, but I would have had a restless night. So it wasn't freezing, but it was cold, so the sleeping bag went over me. That's it, I think. I think I stirred when it rained, but didn't wake. Try not to wander too far. Did that come? When did that come down? Oh. That's what it's been there for a while. That's what happens when this stuff grows all around it. Ivory stuff. Just poured down that tree. Killed it and then pulled it down. That was already down it. That didn't come down last night. Right, what have we got down here? No one else camping? That tree there's pissed. We'll have a look at the boats, shall we? Let's pause it so we don't bore you. I'm going to unpause it and have a moan. There's less wind down here. I can hear it, but I can't feel it. I did think about sleeping down here, but because I had the handset with me, I wanted to sleep up top, and I didn't want to be disturbed by anyone in the boat over there, the canals, the barges. They quite often come over here and borrow a bit of wood. There's the houseboats. Can we zoom in on them? Sort of houseboats there. Stretcher canal is littered with them. Just behind that branch. Oh, and more over there. Ah, the zoom's crap. Just about to see that blur. can't get across there because there's a bit of a dike and I don't want to fall in there. It's about 4 inches of mud. So I've got a field over there, as you know, and we'll head back because the water's boiling for the coffee. Definitely is a lot more protected down there for the wind. I'm halfway up now, I can feel it. So the wind's obviously coming over the hill, curling back down. The wind's not hitting the bottom of this hill because I was pretty much on the top. And there's the meadow. Might as well go back down and show you. Something's been digging at a hole. Possibly a wabbit. Some more deadwood there standing. 2, 3, 4 bits on a 90-degree turn. You don't have to look far. Some hoof prints, big paw prints. Must have been that fox last night. And then the meadow. Up there on the left is where I'm camped, if you follow it round. That's Staverton over there, right in front of me. Staverton. The old cereal factory. And there's the camp. Room here for about 50 tents and enough firewood. I'm glad I unpegged the bottom of the basher and just held it in with cord on the corners, kept off the ground that little bit, stop it from getting soaked, allow it for the water to run off. And that's why I said I poured it in last night. Just tied a bit on there just to pull it in, just so nothing came into my head. That's the remains of my firewood. Just got the radio on, but got to turn it off because YouTube have got a habit of deleting all my clips. And I'm at risk of losing videos where I've had music in the background, be it in the car, driving somewhere, or like the radio here in the background. But someone from YouTube Partners or something messaged me last night, inviting me to YouTube Partners. I thought you had to have so many subscribers. I think they go by views. So I'll have to reread that when I get home. Find out what's going on. Right, the plan is drink my coffee, and with those sticks there and the charcoal that's left, I'm just going to burn out the bit that's left in there. There's a couple of big bits I don't want to bury. So I'm going to restart a fire with sticks just to burn off those dead bits there, then I can fill it in. But it's nearly 10 o'clock. And those bits I'm going to stand up somewhere, so hopefully get to reuse them, because anything lays down here it just rots away. because of the 4 inches of leaves and debris. Bit of advice, if you are on a 2-night camp, keep these bits because they light a lot quicker than normal wood. But I'm going to burn them up now. A lot of hot embers, there's still a lot of heat there. Just stirred it around, I can feel the heat. Laid down some sticks, put some cotton wool soaked Vaseline on there. Vaseline soaked cotton wool. Right, we'll get this done quick because my phone's going flat. We can see what I've got. The phone just keeps cutting off. Right, I'm going to light this and get my phone on charge. Because I hate it when it starts stopping recording and turning itself off. That one's still smouldering, the breeze is just making it glow red. That one's still alight basically. That's why you've got to be careful not to unattend a fire or leave it if it's not completely out. I could reignite if something dry lands on it. Right, we'll let that catch light and then we'll start putting these big bits of debris on. That blew over recently. About 15 foot of tree. Roots obviously aren't as strong, but it's snapped all the roots. Snapped them clean. Don't think it was last night, but it's definitely recent. Just up the top now because I just had a message on Facebook saying I can try and call you on 2 or 70. I said try it on 2. So I came out to the highest point to get a better reception on the radio. I can make my way for the entrance without falling over in the mud. So there's the road over there. Got to try and keep my head down. Yeah, it was a really good night actually. Despite all the rain and wind, chucked it down I think all the night until early hours of the morning. But yeah, it was good. M1 CQB from M6 CTP. Yeah, you're over modulating quite a bit. It's a bit hard to make you out, but I'm trying to get out the wind at the moment. It's a bit windy. Got the solar light on charge for next time I come out. Fire's gonna go. Might have a brew, might make some food. That one's charging up. Just been charging my phone off that one. That's from the bug out bag. Kept the one in the EDC. It's fully charged. Very overcast. Keeps having little showers all day, but nothing major. It's only lunchtime. I think I'm gonna pack up and move on. I'm gonna head down hill to the canal. If I find a spot on the side of the canal, I might set up and watch the boats for a few hours. Fire's out, so I'm gonna cover that over. All I've got left to put away now is pick the rubbish up there. It's got to go in that blue carrier bag. Folding and shovel when I've finished with it goes onto the webbing. There's an empty pouch for it. That rocket pouch there goes on the top of the bag. But I've got to roll up the ground sheet, put it on top of the bag, close the bag, put the basher in the lid. All the basher and cordage goes in the lid of the Bergen. And that'll be it, packed away. Just have to put my coat on. Hopefully it's a lot less weight. I've got just over just under a litre of water. I've got a litre of water left out of the 5.5. So there's enough there for a couple of coffees easy. Firewood's going to stay there. And we'll bring you back when I know what I'm doing, because I've got no plans. Might stay here, might move on, but I just thought I'd pack up and see what happens. Right, the basher's down, and if anyone's interested, I only carry 8 tent pegs, just 8 in there, a bit of paracord just over a foot long, a bungee. I don't know how many feet of paracord there, but that's enough to go, let's see, 7, must be 14 foot, because my basher's 7 foot wide. And then some cheap paracord there, just 2 or 3 foot of it. That's the bit I use for the back of the basher. That's the bit I use for the ridge line. And that bit I use to tie it off, bring the side into the tree. So yeah, not a lot of cordage, just what you need, or what I need. And adjustable guidelines off an old tent on all 4 corners. I'm just going to wrap them up the same way I've done this, and then put it away. But they're permanently attached. All 4 corners are now like that, and when I want to use it, I just pull that cord and it unravels itself. Quick and easy. There you go, basher and the cordage bag are in the lid of the Bergen. Little tab there hanging out. So if I start to move out and it chucks it down the rain, I can just unzip it and pull the basher out and get myself in gear straight under cover. We'll zip that up now, and then my hammock is going to get clipped to the top after I've rolled up the ground sheet and put that on here. Hammock will sit on top. Right, all packed up. There's the yoke and the webbing to go on, and then there's the bag, and on the other side I've got the bed and my wool blanket external, just because it takes so much room in the bag, and I only bought it to see if I needed it. It's just started to rain, so I'm going to head off down the woods, down the hill, and if it's not stopped by the time I get down the bottom, I'll set up camp again, because I am not getting wet. My waterproof's from the top of the bag, so if I open the Bergen up, waterproof trousers are there straight away, but my jacket's waterproof. Got my hat on. Fire pit's covered over, just going to get my bags on and spread a few leaves around. I'm going to leave the wall up, and I'm going to leave the logs there. It is a case of leave no trace, but you know, there's no sign of a fire pit. Well, it won't be in a couple of minutes. Right, catch you soon, YouTube. Right, but Oscar Mike. So it was. Just had a little shower. I haven't got too wet, not too bothered about my legs. The radio's on the side of me, I've got it under my arm, clipped to the yoke. So my arm, give it a lot of protection. And the microphone's strapped on the other side, or clipped to the other side. So we're going to head off down, exit, path I've never ventured before, over the meadow, as I believe it leads to the canal. There's no footpath on this side of the canal, so there's a sequence of little bridges that are unused by the public anymore. They're just used for, well, once still a footpath, but they're access for the farms. But the one I'm heading to, there's a farm with a footpath right the way through it. Over there, the bridge is down there. The main road, footpath, farm, field, over the bridge. It's not a footpath, that one. Or I can double back the way I came in and head down to the canal that way. Right, shoelace come undone, we'll do that first, then we'll get out. Right, bootlace is done up properly. I'm carrying my work gloves, because the only other gloves I've got are my Northern Ireland gloves. And a bit too warm for those, but the wind, obviously got a chill factor, and the jacket's windproof. Trousers alright. I don't want my hands getting cold, so I'm carrying these, and if I feel a chill I can put them on. Buggy. So yeah, I can put the gloves on and just take the chill off my fingers. All that wind's blowing me over. Walking the long grass to keep out of that bog so I don't slip or sink or trip. There you go, that bridleway, it's that gap there, right at that tree. There's a bridleway. At the other end on the left, on my right, there's actually a sign that says footpath. The high part, and this track here is apparently a footpath, public right away. Just realised it's windy, you probably can't hear me. Right, let's go for a walk and see where I end up. There's the woods on the hill, and we've got here ladies' boot prints all the way up. I'm literally just following them. Too big for a child. And definitely a boot because of the shape of the heel. Yeah, all the way up here. So someone's walked up here. I'm in the tracks, so I walk over the field. And the footpath is literally just at the end of here. Come to a T-junction and I should be able to go left to the bridge. Good opportunity to look for other spots to camp, but the wind is battering me, I'll tell you that now. There goes the idea. I'm not going to walk, there's about 9 boats there. Someone's going to say something. Got fishermen on the left hand side of the bank that way. I could walk up there to the bridge and cross, and I'm going to go along the footpath. So there's horses that way. Alright, we're going to head back. I hate doubling back. But I don't want to walk past those barges. They probably pay rent there. And, you know, rightly so, you wouldn't want someone walking. So we're going to double back along here. It's like a bog where the horses have been. Cross over on the bridge right at the end of here. And we're back where we started. There's a sign that says I can't walk, so I doubled back boggy water all the way onto the road, across the bridge and walked back. It just took an hour and a half to get from those trees down to there and all the way back again, and then double back up here. I'm walking to Staverton. I don't know why, I didn't plan to. Still got the bags on my back. I think there's a competition. Lots of fishermen on the canal. Looks like there's a match on today, so. Right. And it's still very windy. It's a Marsh Farm caravan. Canal boat holiday site. That's why you can't walk there. There's quite a long stretch of the canal. We're past it now. It's just a straightish walk the rest of the way now. Doing a video too much. I want to see people on holiday and living in those caravans, in those barges, and there was a lot of fishermen there, so I'll get the phone away now anyway because it's spitting again and it's still very windy. Right, started off at Semington, went through Staverton, stopped there, had a little drink, cigarette. Now we're heading towards Bradford and Avon. Bags are reasonably heavy, but not too heavy. And just arranged a lift from Staverton to get me home. Not from Staverton, sorry, from Bradford and Avon. Because it's obviously quite a trek from there. Still windy,